Hello, I'm Christina Das, and I'm here to talk with you about assessing your farm for agritourism. Are you deciding whether agritourism is right for you? There are a few things to take into consideration before prepping and opening your farm. Although agritourism provides many opportunities for farmers to increase their on-farm revenues, these activities are not always suited for each farmer. Thus, it is essential to spend time assessing potential activities and how agritourism will impact your farming operation as a whole. The 4 steps we are going to cover today are taking inventory of your resources, formulating goals, assessing resources and resource needs, and determining tips for success. Step 1. Taking inventory of your resources. Agritourism guests will want to participate in activities that might not be a part of your daily routine. Therefore, it is important when taking stock of your resources to include activities or ideas that you may not have considered previously to be a part of agritourism. Don't limit yourself. Think outside the box. Agritourism activities may fall under 3 categories. These include recreational activities such as on-farm concerts, educational activities such as farm and garden tours, or direct market activities such as pick-your-own operation. Many customers do not have a background in farming and will ask seemingly trivial questions. Be sure to maintain flexible and to take note of which activities are successful for you. Here are a few suggestions for getting started on assessing your farm. It is beneficial to connect with other farmers that have embarked on opening their farm to agritourism in order to find out what has worked for them, as well as areas that they are having trouble with. Many suggest starting small, developing a plan, and consulting potential customers to understand what is attractive for an agritourism operation. You've taken inventory of your resources. Where to next? Step 2 is to set realistic goals, both long and short term. Goals will assist you in the decision-making process of your operation, as well as to help you establish a strategic plan. It may be beneficial to first determine a vision or long-term goal or goals for your agritourism business. Then, brainstorm smaller, shorter-term goals that will help you on your path to success. Many times, these short-term goals will contribute to the success of multiple long-term goals. Short-term goals will serve as trackers for your progress in reaching your agritourism vision. For instance, you, as a farmer, may have a long-term goal of increasing on-farm revenues. The short-term objective to further you in reaching your vision could be to incorporate a farm stand into your farm's profile. This will not only boost your on-farm sales, but will also require you to learn the ropes and gain the experience of running a farm stand. Remember to assess your goals as you progress to figure out what works well for you and how this could help others in the agritourism business. It is important when assessing your farm for agritourism potential to keep in mind how taking on new responsibilities will affect your well-being. Current farmers undertaking an agritourism operation have suggested being mindful of your personal well-being when determining your goals. Ultimately, if you, the farmer, are not maintaining a sense of inner peace, your farm or agritourism operation will reflect this. While it is difficult to predict how agritourism will impact you and your family, keeping in mind a few simple ideas will help you to determine whether this undertaking is right for you. For instance, when developing goals for your business, keep in mind your personal values and make plans that will allow you to maintain adequate work-family self-balance. Communicating with others involved in agritourism is great for idea sharing and reaching success in your operation. Remember to be realistic in your expectations. Step 3 is to assess your resources and needs to undertake an agritourism operation. Resources to think about include land and infrastructure, labor, and financial endeavors. When thinking of land resources, you may look at unique scenery features or facilities for visitors, such as bathrooms and parking. When assessing labor resources, you may consider what additional skill sets you might need and the possible need for hiring additional labor. Financial resources to keep in mind include costs for additional labor or insurance coverage for legal liabilities. Finally, remember to consider miscellaneous regulations such as fire and health codes or environmental policies. The final step for this module is to look at tips for success. These will help you to plan, evaluate, and adapt your business. Here, I will highlight a few suggestions. Start small and grow naturally. It usually involves reduced risk as it means borrowing less money for smaller investment. The mistakes are less costly and smaller operations are easier to manage, which is important when incorporating a new undertaking into your already busy schedule. Keeping records is another great tip to keep in mind. Good information and records are crucial for knowing and understanding why your goals are or are not being met. Record keeping helps to evaluate your operation as you go and ultimately to plan for the future. Although agritourism may provide additional income, it is not suited for each farmer. Carefully assessing your operation, how your personality will fit in with agritourism, and determining your goals can help you to decide whether agritourism is an appropriate enterprise for you. Planning is critical. This module is a great start, and if you have any additional questions, take a look at our resource box to go more in depth with assessing your farm for agritourism. Thank you.